All right, good morning everyone. Once again, it's as usual, it's Dan Scott Joy here at Dan Scott Traders. It's another beautiful morning that we have here and ready to get into the charts together. So let's just in these 2 minutes remaining, I normally start into we normally get into charts at 35 past. So in the 2 minutes, I will actually I request you kindly to go ahead and share the link to as many people as you can. Go like, share to the family and friends, probably those who are into trading. They come and check, they come and join us to become a bigger community of traders where we can easily put minds together and grow the money bag. That's the goal here. We are trying to grow the money bag together because there's a lot of money on this very platform. All right, welcome Huria, thank you for joining, and the other person who is online too, welcome. Go ahead and share and like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, and also don't forget to like. Thank you so much. And it's now exactly 35, so we head into it. So before I go into the charts, we did what? We had a change. We had a poll yesterday of assets, and I shared a list on the community of the assets that were changed to. But of course, from my end, I see it's only one chart that we're going to remove, and that will be V10 1s, volatility 10 1s. The rest are staying the way they are according to the votes that I received. Okay, let's sort this out. Just a minute, sorry guys, just a minute. I need to finish these things that are running in the background so that I can be ready and my internet won't buffer again on my end. I need a stream, I need a clear stream that has no interruptions. Alright, so I think that's it. Let me try one more time. Yeah, I see. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I think that's it on my end. Internet is now stable and we are heading to now I'm going to first add V25 1s according to, I wanted to show you the charts. I mean I wanted to show you the votes so that you guys are very sure, are very clear with what took place actually, so you guys don't say I again did my own charts that I want. No, this was straight from the poll that was taken yesterday. There are two polls, the one for volatilities and the one for other assets. So let me just share it here. In fact, let me just share here let me just share here. Okay. Just do it. Alright, so I'm going to share here and I'll show you how the votes went ahead. So that's the WhatsApp group, and yeah, that's let me go to the results here. Those are the results. We had volatility assets. We have V75, V50, V25 1s, then crash. They stayed the way we've been having them, and then jump assets stayed the way we've been having them. So heading back to the votes, I can clearly go to the one for V75 and you can clearly see the first one, V75 has 20 votes, the second one, V50, has 13 votes, and the third one is V25, which has 12 votes. Then you can see V10 has 10 votes, so it was taken out. V100 1s has 7 votes, V25 5 votes, V150 has 5 votes also, V100 has 4 votes, V75 1S has 4 votes, V51S has 3 votes, V10 has 2 votes, and V251S has 2 votes. So that's how the votes for volatility assets went. So that's why you have V75 back and V50 back. The one that changed is V25 1S, which took out the place of V10 1S that came into the 4th place. So that's why we have the change. Now heading back to going to the jump and crash. In the first place, we have C500 with 16 votes there. In Boom 1000, it came into the 2nd place, and 3rd place it was Boom 500. That was, we needed three assets. Those who remember, we needed 3 assets on crash and boom. So that's why we have crash 500, boom 1000, and boom 500. Those are the 3, and they didn't change. It's what we were already doing. And for jump assets, we wanted 2 most voted, so we went ahead and went down. You can clearly see that jump 10 has 7 votes, that is jump 10, and jump 25 has also 7 votes, so that was a tie there. That's why we have them 2. You can see that jump 50 has 4 votes. These are the other booms in 2 votes, jump 2. So that's how the voting went. I want to thank all the guys that actually went ahead and took the activity and voted. That's why we have the results as we have them here. So those are the assets that were selected by you guys, and I want to appreciate all of you that took time and did the voting. So now let's head over back to our charts. That's why I'm going to add here before we can even start. I'm going to add V25 1S, volatility 25 1S. I wanted to put it anyway. So that is oh, I've done a mess. I've lost. I'm going to lose all the charts of V70. Okay, we have not lost them. So we'll now create a new chart here, chart window, and then all right. So now we have this is close. I want 25 1S chart window and then change it. So this is where we will be having our charts there. So we have our listers like that. That is our list. Our list stops here. Our list stops here on jump 10. The 8 assets. Crash 500, boom 1000, boom 500, volatility 25 1S, volatility 75. I shared this signal before this move actually went all the way up there, and we had already discussed this, that it's going to go all that side. This is a crash 500. I entered on another account. This account I didn't make an entry. That's why you see I don't have any history here right now. So I didn't make that entry there. and even the sale I did, because it has, by the time I shared the results, it had already started to sell, so I didn't share it. And you can see clearly it is respecting our trend line support and resistance levels. That's why we are in this. This is an expanding symmetrical triangle, and clearly you guys can see what is happening. Going to H1, this is where we are. So I want to delete some of the things so that chart is now a bit clear. Delete that, delete that, delete that, and delete that. That one will give us what we wanted yesterday. Delete that, delete that, delete that. It has been already reached, so we can delete all that. And now we need to create a new thing here, a new thing. So that new thing is going to be like this. It's going to be like that. Going to H4, it should be like that. Let me check daily. Daily we're still looking for some buys. You remember we are looking for price to reach that order block there. So going back to H4, we are in some sells but consolidating. So price, it has to reach that level, but it is somehow right now in H1 and H4, it is in that expanding triangle. So it is giving us some sort of that kind of movement. So I want to delete this line here, and now let's see what else. This is a buying line. This can be deleted now. Delete all that. Daily, our support, we drag it again, still need it there. This one still need it. Okay, so now that we see that, go back to daily. I want to understand this somehow. Yes, now the daily is clear. The daily is clear there. Daily is clear there. The daily is clear. So right now, according to daily, we are looking for momentum to break through this level. According to daily, we are looking for momentum to break through that level. We are looking for momentum to break through that level, and this resistance here and that resistance there, and then when we break through, we will go all the way there. This was an expanding falling wedge, which we know that it has to, at a certain point, it will have to do what? To break through. And now what do we see here? We are looking for price to come to this such levels, or such a level, or such a level there. So these are the other levels I see as our point of interest. Price to first get back to them, those two levels. That's why you're seeing it is in a falling expanding wedge, so it is going to continue selling until it reaches that level there. That's the ideal level that I anticipate. The return, the retest, then we start the buys. We start the buys to take us into to take us all the way up there. to take us all the way up there, but for now I won't put that arrow there right now. I want to use what I see. So now, after knowing that we are looking for price to reach this gray area there, which is our discount, I can delete my fib to make chart clear a bit. Now if I delete that, I go ahead back to H1, H4. I know that we are selling. If we are selling and we have some sort of resistance, it means it's going to be broken at a later stage. We've been doing that, so at H1 we are still somehow looking for buys. If we are looking for buys, let's come down here, so this is a retest, then it will continue to buy. According to H1, it will continue to buy only to come around probably this level here, probably that, or this order block, this fair value gap, or that order block. So depending on where it comes to, then that's where we will start the selling. But probably it will come there and then later on start to sell again. We are looking for price to continue all the way down below. So if it comes with enough momentum this time, we are looking at breaking that support and somehow entering this very support, which is a daily support there. So heading to H4, it's I'd rather keep it on H1 because H4 is a bit confusing. H4 is a bit confusing. H4 is expanding, but the way we know, according to daily, and according to H1 and H4, we will be looking for those sells. Once price reaches that level, the sales to continue according to H4, because H4 we are selling. And why are we selling? We are selling to grab liquidity in discount there, and then we start the buys later on. This expanding falling wedge explains everything that we need to know why we are selling. I don't know what, okay, that is for that level there, so we'll just leave it there. So that's how we are going to do it. So for now, it's a no-go. I can only make a buy when price goes below my when price, let me see, M15 is still selling somehow, so that means we may see another movement go down before it can continue to buy. So we will wait for confirmation of buys on M15, for M15. So you don't be surprised if you see something, price coming back to this level, and of course all you want is just half of that. It can even exceed it to manipulate you. It can even exceed it to give you a manipulation, and then before you know it, buys. Hope I'm not breaking on your side. I don't know what is not happening today, and I don't know what is not happening today. Let me try to clear some of these other things. Here it looks to be fine. All right, so let me continue. So boom 1,000, boom 1,000. All right, boom 1,000. So Yesterday, let's start with yesterday. So the move there, this was yesterday's analysis. We said if price goes ahead and breaks that level, then we will start buys, and you can clearly see that after breaking that level, it gave us a retest and the buy started. Here we had a perfect breakout, but look at the retest candle. It went all the way back in, so we had no entry. That was the plan there. So we had no entry. You can clearly see that we didn't have the retest to confirm. It actually closed right back inside that very level there. So this is no longer necessary now. Delete. This, however, is still necessary, this move, because we are looking at reaching that level. Why are we looking at reaching that level? Because it's an order block there. It's an order block on daily. It's an order block on daily. Now, if we have that, let's look at what we have on daily. I mean on weekly. Weekly, we are looking for buys, but we know that we can't buy right now because we haven't retested the breaker block here. This level hasn't been retested yet according to the weekly. So if it hasn't been retested, we are looking at if we go to CCI, we are looking at coming back to this 0% here on CCI. That's where we are looking at the weekly to come back to. So if we know that, then we can head over to daily, and that's why we are anticipating that move there, this move. That's why we are anticipating that move. So now I can delete that. All I want now is that. Now this one is going to come grab this liquidity, but for some reason, now that it has reached that level, we may see enough momentum to actually break through and come all the way here. That's where the breaker block is. This is the breaker block there. So from where we are according to daily, that's what I will be anticipating. Having reached that level, I'll be anticipating that here. That will be sort of a double top on a weekly time frame. Not a double top on daily, because this is way too long for a double top. We had a double top here. That was a double top there before it broke the neckline there and started to sell. So that was a perfect double top. So for now, this is a no-go to be called a double top on a daily. It's a double top on a weekly, and that is your neckline here. This is your neckline here. Yeah. So right now we wait for this to close. A daily, I think we might. So I'm not going to rush into making decisions. I will wait until I see some clear confirmation on H4. Most of the times you want price to be below 10 MA on H4. You will be having a risk-free entry, something like this, something like that. That's what you're looking for, risk-free. Breakout below the 10 MA retest and then continue selling. Look at that. So that's what you will be waiting for, even there. And most of the times for you to see price below 10 MA on H4, most of the times you will see a double top there. That's what you will see, exactly there. So that's what we'll be waiting for, even there. I've disclosed the secret there, so you guys can take note of that. So now it's a no-go for me. I will wait for something to make sense there on H4. Now boom 500, boom 500. 500. So boom, 500. We made money yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes. This was yesterday. From here to here, that was yesterday. So yesterday's move, we was to wait for that level, then start selling. And those who remember, I had my buy limits there, 2 of them, and they were all activated, and they all hit TP level. First TP level was there, second TP level was there, according to yesterday's analysis. Those who remember it, if you missed it, go ahead and go to the channel and look for yesterday's. That was episode 24. You would be seeing how we analyzed boom 500 and where we set where we had anticipated the moves to come to. So immediately after reaching TP level 2, the buys again started. Now let's head over to H1 and look at what is this. So why do I have this arrow here? This arrow has already been reached. So I hadn't, the reason why I had those were to bring me into sales. So TP2 was taken, but right now we can see momentum for buys is reducing every now and then, according to H4. Remember, this was somehow sort of a flag on the daily. That was somehow a flag on the daily. Now, if it was a flag, that means we are looking for continuation of the previous trend, which is that sell. So the first TP was hit. This was the first TP level there. It was hit on that level there. Now the second TP is this. This is the exact move from all the way there to here. So that's the TP move, and that's what we are looking for. But we can only look for that if we see price now start to reverse. And from where I see how the according to H4, what I see here up here, I see we have now a rejection of price because of what I see on the wicks there up there. So what does that mean? It means anytime soon we are going to see price come into sales again, and probably we will have anyone who is ready to make entry. We are going to wait for the certain breakout here on this trend line. So for now, if you want to scalp, please, there are many ways you can scalp this, and one of those is just following the trend lines up there. And if I use M15, then probably yeah, don't worry with what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make sense of what the price is doing here. So for now, I would really leave it alone. Because from what I see here, it's a symmetrical triangle. It's not even a pennant. not even a pennant. This was a fake breakout there, went back in according to H1, so it is now in there. So knowing that it is a symmetrical triangle, and we know that sales are coming in, we may see some fake breakout there only to later on give us sales. But if this doesn't become a fake breakout, then it will break out all the way there and go back into that move, which will be buys. According to H4, we are still looking for buys. If you can look at that, do we? Yes, we are looking for buys because we reached oversold here, but daily is a strong sell. Although if we reach this level here, which is 50%, which is 0% here on CCI, most of the times we anticipate retracement or consolidation. We anticipate retracement or consolidation when we reach the 0% there. So that's what we are almost seeing here. So we get ready for anything to happen, knowing that according to weekly, it's a strong sell. So either way, sales are going to be seen very soon because that's a general trend on higher time frame. All right, I want to leave that at that. I will leave it at H1 and see if it will actually respect these two support trend lines, support and resistance trend lines there. All right, now we head over to our newly added asset, which is jump, volatility 25-1S, and I want to delete everything that is in the past, and now we start afresh. So looking at weekly is a clear sell. Weekly is a clear sell, and we start from right there. I just want to first drag this on this other side, so price stops there, doesn't exceed there, so it means we reached our high there. If I can do that, that is our high, but I want to use only that wicks there. So I know that I have my resistance area there. I have my support down below here, and this support is brought up by untested support level there. So now that I have my points of interest there, according to weekly, I still have my other point of interest, which is this fair value gap. All this is a fair value gap there according to the weekly. This is so big, so instead of using that on the weekly, I will actually now delete it later. Let me go to daily and now try to determine where exactly we reversed which fair value gap there. So looking at where we are, here, this is the fair value gap here. This is the fair value gap there. That was respected, so I can delete this. All right, so now that we know that, that's a fair value gap on daily that was respected on the daily there. So we clearly know that that is our support level on the daily. So we have our support level there on the daily, we have our support, we have our resistance there on the daily still, and having that, it is tested once, so it's going to be back there. So we have another one here, and currently that's where we are. Now if we see that there, and that means we have some consolidation ongoing currently. Price is failing to break that level there. So if we know that, then we can clearly anticipate. Now we can head over to H4 and see what price is doing. Price is already below our 10 MA on H4, and that's a clear sell signal there. Looking at even CCI confirming that it is overbought on H4 and price is below 10 MA. Those are two confirmations of sales. Now if we know that on H4, let's see, this is okay, we have, okay, this is a low that we can use, this is a low that we can use there. So we know that this low here is the one that gave us, what is this? This low here is the one that went ahead to give us that. So we can now anticipate a return to this fair value gap, that fair value gap in discount, or those levels here. So we will wait. This is an ideal one to be tapped before it can go back to test that support, that resistance level again. So knowing that, I head over to H1 and look at the structure. Structure is also showing us sales, and I don't have much there, and that tells it everything, that there's low momentum of sales and buys, so anything can happen at any time. So but we know that on H4 we are looking for sales because we are below 10 MA. So if we are below 10 MA and enter, we can't enter any sales right now. Yes, price is below 10 MA even on 15 MM15. It is below 10 MA even on 1H, but there is low momentum both sides. You can look at the candle formation there. It's not a good market to make your entries unless if you're going to enter on H4. But remember, this hasn't retested, so either way it's going to retest. If I was going to use this alone, because this was a break of structure here, this was a break of structure, and that means this is my recent low. If I was to use that, that will show me exactly where I should anticipate my return, and there you have it. But most likely it's going to come to that order block there, or there's a small fair value gap just in the discount there. So those two levels, this order block and probably this, that's why we are seeing low momentum there. So it may first reach here and then head over there, and then head over there around that area, and then later on come to sales, just how we are looking for it. So all I can say now is we just wait for this return on H4. That's what can give us a confirmation of the sales to continue. Right now there's low momentum to risk and make your entries on V25 1S. Remember, in the long run on weekly we are selling, so if you are in sales you are following the general trend. So we will wait on H4 to give us what we want. That is V25 1S for us there. Oh, I forgot to change. That was V25 1S. V25 1S. So now we head over to that was V25 yes. Now we head over to we have some comments. Oh, Esther says happy new month too. Let's now head over to let's head over now to another asset, which will be jump, which will be V75 V75 there. That's what we have. V75 now. So yesterday still it gave us that. Let me see, this is H1, so we can see where yesterday we were. So yesterday we started with profits, later on came here, and I told you guys that if it breaks this, we may have entries. So it broke it and later on came back inside. And what we can see clearly here, if we were to use our fib, this being a high and this being a low, price has returned to discount. Price has returned to discount there, and this gives us somehow like a double bottom on H4. This gives us somehow like a double bottom on H4, and we wait for, most of the times if we see a double bottom, you want to wait for the neckline, of which this will be the neckline. You can use this here, you can use that, and this as your neckline, for you wait for it to be broken if you want. But most of the times, me, if it is a double bottom, most of the times I wait for price on H4 to be above my 10 MA, and I'll make my entries. I will make my entries. Let's see if actually what we're saying is what will be anticipated. What we're saying is what we can anticipate. Let's look at that in H1 and H4 and M15. So H1 is in a channel falling in sales. H1 is in a channel there. H1 is in a channel there. That's what it is doing. Now, knowing that H1 is in a channel there, we can head over to M15, and M15 becomes very clear there. M15 becomes very clear there and shows us that now momentum for price going to sales is now low. After reaching that level, it came back here. It has failed to break that level. This has somehow become a support on M15 there. If we go to M5, it becomes very clearer. Becomes clearer there, and that is where we have the support on M5. So what do we have here? This is it's going to be like a descending triangle. Yeah, it is sort of a descending triangle, this being the base and that being the line there for the triangle there, the inclined line or trend line. So that can only tell us one thing: we are coming from oversold all the way down below. We haven't reached overbought up there, it didn't touch it, so it means momentum for buys is there, and probably it may give us a fake breakout here, just a manipulation to later on head over into that and break that, or we will see the buy breakthrough immediately. So those are two scenarios we may anticipate from this. We've analyzed and gone all the way to M5, so you need to know what to expect. So that's what we've done here. So all I can say is wait for the breakout on that level there. What is that level? That is the channel there. That's what we can say. Wait for the breakout there. Wait for the breakout up there. Don't make your risky entries within the channel here, right here where we sorry guys, sorry, it was a power issue. Most of the times if it goes off, my internet, the internet I subscribe to, the router has to restart in about 2 minutes, so that's why it did that. So sorry about that guys, and I'd forgotten to first remove some of the power bank so that it works on the power bank only. So let's continue. We have finished V75. Let's head over to V50. We have about 3 minutes to finish this. V50, and so V50. Okay, so V50, let's check and see what is happening there. V50. All right, so yesterday, this is yesterday, H1. So yesterday we didn't have enough move for this. So we had two options. Price, if it comes and breaks this level, the sales will continue. That was one option. The other option was price to break that resistance and then retest, then the buys continue. That was another option. So the option that was taken was that. Why? Because H4 still had some buy momentum. You can see it had not reached the oversold level. Now it has reached oversold. Now if we know that, then we can clearly see on H1 it has started to sell. Remember, it has broken structure. So if it has broken structure, we are going to see two things. Either price is going to come to break a block, or to either it is going to come to break a block here and then continue buying up there, or what I've seen on H4, the one which is most likely to happen is price to sell. We use the black ones. Is price to sell here, come to the breaker block, or even come lower than that here to grab liquidity, and then later on come back there, fail to make a new low, and then later on sell. So that this one in black and then this is the most likely to happen because of what we've seen on H4 reaching the oversold level there. But remember, on daily we are looking for grabbing that liquidity up there and then continue to sell. That's what we are looking at according to daily. Weekly we are selling. So there is higher chances of this sell to continue. So looking at daily there, yeah, we may continue selling, reach this level, then later on get into buys. We may not see us reach that level again, that liquidity again, before we reach the this order block. So what do we do today? Let's look at what we have. We've missed, of course, an entry there. It's it's a no-go for me. It's a no-go for me. I may not enter it unless if it gives me something of sort there, or if it reaches this level here. If it reaches this level here and I see some buying momentum, some buying opportunity to take me up there, then I will do that. But for now, the sales, I'm not seeing any entry at all. I don't see where I can make my entry from. So I'm not going to make any entries. This is a no-go for me until it reaches here or until it comes back up there. So that is it for V50. Jump 25. Let's look at jump 25. J25. So jump 25. What did we look at? Wow. So yesterday we had that. Those who remember, this was a descending triangle there, or you can call it a pennant. You can choose to call it a pennant, and if you choose to call it a pennant, this very move that brought you there is where you would have anticipated your TP from, and your TP was there. Your TP was there. That's where you had your TP there. So don't delete that. That's where you had your TP level there. Now you can clearly see that on of course an H1. So it later, after breaking out, it consolidated a bit more and giving us a flag, some sort of a flag, and its TP from the flag there was hit. This was a TP, the exact move there. The exact move there was hit. You got that, and then after that it started to went ahead to reach the TP after breaking that pennant there. So we can delete all this. Now go back to weekly. We understand what is going on. So weekly we are buying. That's why the buying movement or the buying momentum is still strong to take us all the way up there. Daily, what are we doing? We are buying still. So the buying momentum is there. But why are we buying? Let's look at that. So according to daily, we from this very level we broke structure and got a new high. We got a new high. So we returned to break a block, but we didn't reach the we just touched, we actually touched this level here. That's where it touched the discount. This is a high, this is a low. So we just touched that discount level there, that 50%, and went all the way up. This time it didn't even come in the middle there, it didn't come there. So only one thing can tell us what is about to happen. Let's go to the weekly, see that. So either we are going to see price come back again because it didn't reach the 50%, or this is that one rare scenario where price is not going to give us what we usually anticipate. So all I want to do is now delete that. It has broken structure there. Can delete all these now, delete all that. Now that it has broken structure, price is going to go up there. If it gives us a new high, then you can anticipate either a return here for the sales. No, actually this was my sell stop, so I'd put my sell stop here waiting for the sales, but it didn't happen. It actually went ahead, continued to break structure. So I can remove my sell stop there, delete it, and then head over to H1. Look at that, delete this, go back to daily, Look at what is happening there. Yes, we have reached the order block on we have reached the order block on daily. Now, if the momentum of buys continues, we are going to look at that according to H1 and M15. H1, we haven't gone back to oversold yet. We reached overbought, and now from this very level we have broken structure. So if we have broken structure there, we are somehow going to create a new high according to H1. Now if we create a new high according to H1, that means we are not going to be seeing a new high according to daily. It means we'll be looking at coming down again, and that's why this level is still important there, this level here. That's why it is still important, because it holds liquidity, this one and this one. So whichever it comes back to first, we will start to determine that. So sales are anticipated, are very highly anticipated very soon. That's why I want to keep an open mind, because any time from now we will see some sales if we fail to make a new high there, if we fail to break this level, So what do? This is a no-go. This is a no-go for us until we have another clear, until we have a clear setup that we can actually follow up. So until we have a clean breakout there, or a return here, a sales to start on H4 and H1, then we have no clear entry or clear setup that we can trade. I leave that at H1. Now head over to jump 10. So jump 10, let's change the name. Jump 10, we saw, let's start from weekly. We know that we are looking for a retest to grab liquidity on that fair value gap, then we continue selling. Now if we know that because it failed to break this level here, support, it's a support level there, I mean a resistance level there. So daily we are looking for, daily we are in for buys, but we are sort of reaching that order block, which is going to hold a breakout. So meaning on daily, actually we've reached it, we've touched it. Now if we have touched it on H4, we clearly see we have already reached overbought. That's why we are seeing some selling momentum. Now going to H1, breaking it down, delete this first, and then get to know what we are doing there. Okay, so even this can be deleted. Delete that, because we've reached there, so I no longer need the one that was here. Now delete this first. We're looking for sales to come here, so this is still important. Now that we know that this is H4, I mean this is H1, we are consolidating. Even the movement here can tell you what is happening there. Now I want to delete this. This is the M15. Now I want to change this and bring it into that, like that. That's how I want to do it there. If I have it like that, and I have it like that, then I clearly see what price is doing there. So I know I have a falling wedge, a rising wedge on H1. If I go to M15, I know I can keep taking advantage of it within this falling wedge until it gives me a breakout on H1. The breakout that I'll be waiting for is this, that, and then retest as usual. Failure to return back and then make my entry as usual. That's how we do it. Why are we looking for sales? Because H1 is selling and H4 is selling. Daily, on the other hand, has reached a point of retesting back to down at this level here, back to this level. So that's what we'll be looking for. But remember, this was an ascending triangle that was broken out of, meaning on the daily, in the long run, we are still looking for buys. You have to remember that. So if anything goes wrong, remember the general trend is a buy according to daily and weekly, because we are looking for the return to that order block to grab liquidity there. That's why we are looking for buys on higher time frame. But on lower time frame like H4 and H1, we will be looking for sales for now to reach this level, grab that liquidity, or even reach this order block here, because that is now a support level 2 there. So you don't have to take any bigger chances of waiting and holding for long. If you reach this level, you can close some of the profits and trail your stop losses into profits and wait and see if this will continue. But most likely it's going to come to this level only and then head over into buys again. All right, so that's what we can talk about on V10 jump 10. And this is where we now head over to our recap. Let me see if we have some comments. We don't have, so we can head over to recap. We head over to recap where we started from. We started from jump, crash 10, crash 500. It's still consolidating, so it's a no-go. Like I said, it's a no-go until I see. Let's head over to M5. Yeah, until I see the breakout there for the buys or retest here to grab liquidity and gives you a fake breakout, which is what the manipulation. This is accumulation currently. What is going on? This is accumulation. So most of the times when it is accumulating, you want to anticipate a manipulation. Then later on, the distribution to take you up there. I've explained this countless times. Hope it is clear to you guys. H1, boom 1000. We are waiting for price to be below a 10 MA for us to make the sell entries. So it's a no go for now. Boom 500. It is within that, so we are waiting for that manipulation. Then later on, sell to V25. We are looking for return there, retest of that level again, and then later sell. Most of these are sales apart from crash 500. Okay, so boom 1000, boom 500, and V25. We are looking for sales, all of them, in the longer run, in the near future. So V75, we are looking for buys also. So crash 500 and V75, we are looking for buys when price breaks that channel there. It's a H1 channel, so we'll be waiting for that. V50, there's still a lot of confusion going on, but we will wait for price to reach this level, then we can make our entries for buys if we are given the confirmation. Remember that, don't wait and it reaches there you immediately make your entries for buys. You wait for confirmation to make your entries. So for now it is consolidating in a weird way. It is actually in a channel. It is actually in some sort of a channel. If I can use that, this hasn't closed yet, so I may have to use this. If I use that, that means we had a perfect breakout from our rising wedge, and then you're waiting for a return there, then continue to sell. So this retest candle on HM15, if it gives us a retest there, then we can make our sales. If the retest goes back inside, you have no entry. If it doesn't, then you will have your sales to take you to this level. So that is that is volatility 50. Jump 25, we're still looking for all that. It has broken out. It is sort of creating a new high on H4 and H1, and although on daily we can see we've reached that order block, so we are anticipating sales from that very level. We are anticipating sales from that very order block there. There's an order block. You want to draw it, but that's the order block that we are on, so just can delete it now. So that's what we'll be anticipating there. I leave it at H4, I think. Leave it at H4. So lastly, jump 10 is in that rising wedge. It will be looking for sales in the longer run if it breaks out on this level, because this is a falling wedge. We are looking at respecting the structure and reversing into sales. So that is it for today, guys. I want to wish you a good day. Don't forget that today at 1 we will be having, today is a Friday, so we'll be having a BTC analysis. Those who are interested, please, I'll be sharing a link for you to join the BTC analysis and look at how we can make entries. And of course, the other thing is the mentorship class registration is going on. So anyone who is interested, you're welcome to register for the class. It's going to be starting on Monday, 4th Monday. That's when we'll be starting the mentorship class. If you want to register, you just need my number, WhatsApp number, or my phone call number. You just call me or WhatsApp me and you get registered. Otherwise, I want to say thank you for joining today's live stream. Let me wish you a good day and happy trading. See you Monday for synthetic indices analysis for BTC. We are coming back at 1 to analyze BTC. Let me see you guys very soon, the BTC enthusiasts, for synthetics. See you on Monday. Happy trading, guys.